The time, the mid-19th century, 1861 to be exact. The place, the American South, Georgia. Land of cotton fields, infinite wealth, and dark secrets. The event, a spoiled teenage girl finds herself in a war she doesn't care about, fighting for a land she loves more than any man. The narrator, Khaled. Let's dive in. Once upon a time, and a time not so far away, under the burning sun of Georgia, sitting on the porch of a massive white-columned plantation called Tara, we see a girl. She isn't just beautiful. She is a force of nature. Green eyes like a cat, a waist so small you could wrap your hands around it, 17 inches. To be exact, in a dress that probably took 20 yards of fabric just to exist. This is Scarlett O'Hara. Scarlett is sitting there surrounded by the Tarleton twins. Both of them are head over heels in love with her, competing for her attention like puppies. And Scarlett, she's bored. She's treating them like accessories, obviously, because in her mind, she's the queen of the county. Suddenly, amidst the boring chatter about parties and horses, the twins drop a bomb. A piece of news that hits Scarlett like a physical slap. Hey Scarlett, did you hear? Ashley Wilkes is announcing his engagement tomorrow to his cousin, Melanie Hamilton. Scarlett's smile freezes. The blood boils in her veins. Ashley Wilkes? The love of her life. The only man she actually wants? Marrying Melanie? Melanie is described as a plain, skinny, shy girl who literally wouldn't hurt a fly. A total wallflower. Scarlett cannot process this. How could Ashley choose boring over perfection? Right then and there, Scarlett makes a decision. A decision that drives the entire plot. I'm going to the barbecue at 12 Oaks tomorrow. I will confess my love to Ashley, and I will make him leave her and kneel at my feet. A demonic plan from a 16-year-old girl, but hey, it's Scarlett. The next day, we see the carriages arriving at the Wilkes plantation. Scarlett steps out wearing a green floral dress chosen specifically to show off her figure and outshine everyone, especially Melanie. She spends the whole day flirting with every single man at the party. She collects them like trophies just to make Ashley jealous. And naturally, all the other girls at the party want to set her on fire, obviously. But Scarlett's eyes are locked on one target, Ashley. She waits for him to sneak into the library for a break. She follows him. She closes the door. Ashley, I love you, she says it, expecting him to grab her and run away. But Ashley, being the overly philosophical, complicated intellectual that he is, looks at her with sad eyes and says, I care about you too, Scarlett, but I'm marrying Melanie. Why? Does she love you like I do? Ashley drops the most frustrating line in history. Melanie is like me, Scarlett. She's calm. She understands me. You are fire. You are passion. We would destroy each other. Scarlett loses it. Fire? I'll show you fire. She slaps him across the face. A solid, loud slap. Ashley leaves, holding his cheek, looking defeated. Scarlett, now alone and fuming, grabs a ridiculously expensive vase and smashes it against the wall. Crash. Suddenly, from behind the high-back sofa in the corner, a voice rises. A deep, mocking laugh. Scarlett freezes. A man stands up. He's tall, dark, with a thin mustache and eyes that are laughing at her. This is Rhett Butler. Rhett claps slowly. Bravo, what a performance. I didn't know the sweet ladies of Georgia could throw things with such accuracy. Scarlett turns red. Who are you? You, sir, are no gentleman. Rhett smirks. And you, miss, are no lady. She storms out, hating his guts. Little does she know, this rude man is the only person who will ever truly understand her. But she doesn't have time to think, because chaos erupts outside. War! The war has started. President Lincoln has declared war. The men are cheering, swords are drawn, horses are rearing. Everyone is excited to go fight for the cause, everyone except Scarlett. She stands there thinking, war? Seriously? Now I just lost Ashley. Out of pure spite, and just to hurt Ashley, Scarlett sees Charles Hamilton, Melanie's brother. The poor guy had a crush on her. She walks up to him and says, "Charles, I will marry you." The kid nearly faints from joy. They get married the next day. Can you imagine? She married a guy she hates just to become Ashley's sister-in-law and stay close to him. That is a level of toxicity we haven't seen since, well, ever. 2 days later, Charles goes to war. 2 months later, he dies, not in battle. He gets the measles. Obviously, Scarlett finds herself a widow at 17, dressed in black from head to toe. No parties, no dancing, no fun. A life sentence for a girl who lives for attention. Her mother sends her to Atlanta to live with Aunt Petty Pat and Melanie, hoping a change of scenery will help her grief. In Atlanta, at a charity fundraising bazaar, she meets Rhett Butler again. Rhett is now a blockade runner, a war profiteer. He smuggles luxury goods through the Yankee ships and sells them for a fortune. The whole town hates him, but they need him. At the bazaar, there's an auction. Men pay gold to dance with the ladies. Since Scarlett is a widow in mourning, she's forbidden to dance. It's a huge social taboo, but Rhett doesn't care about rules. He walks in, throws a bag of gold on the table and yells, "I bid all of this." For a dance with Mrs. Scarlett Hamilton, the room gasps, the audacity. But Scarlett? Her feet are tapping. She's dying to move. She looks at the gold, looks at Rhett, and she says yes. She dances in her black mourning dress, scandalizing the entire city. And right there, a strange relationship begins. Rhett sees right through her mask. He knows she's selfish, greedy, and vain, and he loves it. Time passes. The war turns bad. The Yankee army is surrounding Atlanta. The hospitals are full of dying men. Scarlett is forced to volunteer as a nurse, and she hates every second of it. She hates the blood, the smell, the death. She just wants to go home to Tara, but she's trapped by a promise. A promise she made to Ashley, take care of Melanie. And Melanie, of course, chooses the worst possible moment to go into labor. The city is being shelled. Buildings are burning. Everyone is fleeing. And Scarlett is stuck in a house with a dying woman and newborn baby. She sends a servant to find Rhett. Rhett is the only one who can get us out of this hell. Rhett shows up with a stolen horse and a rickety wagon. They load up. Scarlett, sick Melanie, the baby, and Prissy the maid. They drive through the burning city. It's an apocalypse. Warehouses exploding, flames reaching the sky. Rhett drives them to the edge of the city, to the road leading to Tara. Then, he stops the wagon. "Why are you stopping?" Scarlett screams. Rhett jumps down, adjusts his hat, and says calmly, "This is where I leave you, my dear." "What? You're leaving us? In the middle of nowhere?" Rhett smiles that annoying smile. "I'm going to join the army." Suddenly, I feel a sense of patriotism for the lost cause. "You're crazy, you're a coward." Rhett kisses her on the cheek and hands her a pistol. "Take this. You'll need it more than I do. I know you'll make it, Scarlett. You're too mean to die." And he walks away into the darkness, leaving her alone. This is the moment Scarlett changes. She drives that wagon for days, hiding under bridges, passing rotting bodies, starving. She finally reaches Tara. She expects safety. But Tara has been looted. The barn is empty. The slaves are gone. Her mother is dead. Her father has lost his mind. Scarlett is hungry. Starving. She walks into the ruined fields. She digs into the mud with her bare hands and finds a single shriveled radish. She eats it, dirt and all. It tastes awful. She chokes, she cries, then she stands up. The sun is setting behind her in a blood-red sky. She raises her fist to the heavens and makes the most famous vow in cinema history. "As God is my witness, I'll never be hungry again. No, nor any of my folk. If I have to lie, steal, cheat, or kill. As God is my witness, I'll never be hungry again." Scarlett the teenager died that day. Scarlett the survivor was born. But what is she willing to do to keep that vow? Would she actually kill? Oh, you have no idea. Scarlett doesn't waste time. She becomes a dictator in her own home. She forces her sisters who have never worked a day in their lives to pick cotton. If you want to eat, you work. That's the new rule. Her hands get calloused, her face gets hard. She forgets what it means to be a lady. One day, while the house is quiet, a Yankee soldier rides up. He's a deserter. He looks dirty mean, and he's looking for loot. He thinks the house is full of defenseless women. Scarlett sees him from the window. She doesn't scream. She doesn't hide. She goes to the drawer, takes out Charles's old pistol, and hides it in the folds of her dress. She walks down the stairs to meet him. The soldier grins. Well, hello there. Got any food? Or maybe something else to offer? He walks towards her, thinking he's found an easy victim. Scarlett waits until he's close. She pulls out the gun. She points it right at his face. Bam, one shot. Point blank. The soldier falls, dead, blood pooling on the floor. Scarlett stands there. She isn't trembling. She isn't crying. She looks annoyed. Suddenly, Melanie appears at the top of the stairs, dragging a heavy saber, ready to defend Scarlett. Melanie sees the body. Does she faint? No. She looks at Scarlett and says, "We have to bury him before the others come back, and check his pockets. He might have money. Can you believe it?" The angel and the devil dragging a dead body through the garden and burying it under a tree. From that moment on, they are partners in crime. But the war ends, and a new enemy appears. Taxes. The new government demands $300 in taxes on Tara. If they don't pay in a week, the farm will be sold at auction. $300 back then was like $1 million today. Scarlett is broke. She looks in the mirror. Her dress is a rag. Who would lend money to a beggar? Then she gets an idea, a genius, desperate idea. She looks at the velvet curtains in the parlor. Green, mossy velvet. "Mammy, get the scissors." She tears down the curtains and makes a dress. A royal gown fit for a queen, complete with a hat made of scraps and a rooster feather. She puts it on. She looks rich. She looks powerful. She's going to see the only man with money, Rhett Butler. She travels to Atlanta. Rhett is in jail again, locked up by the Yankees for his gold. She walks into his cell, playing the role of the rich, carefree lady. "Oh, Rhett, I just came to check on you. Tara is doing great. We're so rich. I was just wondering if you had some spare cash for an investment." Rhett listens, smiling. Then he grabs her hand. He turns her palm over. It's rough, hard, full of blisters. Rhett laughs. A loud, echoing laugh. "Nice try, Scarlett. That dress is magnificent. Are those my curtains? But your hands tell the truth. You aren't here for me. You're here for my money." Scarlett pulls her hand away, furious. "Yes, I need $300 or they'll take Tara. You have millions. Help me." Rhett shrugs. "My money is in Liverpool, my dear. I can't help you." Scarlett storms out, humiliated. She failed. Walking down the street, desperate, she sees a carriage. Who is inside? Frank Kennedy. Her sister Sulan's fiancé. Frank has done well for himself. He owns a general store and a sawmill. He has money. He greets her, "Scarlett, how is Sulan?" "I've saved up enough to marry her finally." Scarlett looks at him. She looks at his money. She thinks about Tara. She makes a choice. She puts a sad look on her face and lies through her teeth. "Oh, Frank, didn't you hear? Sulan got tired of waiting. She's marrying someone else next week." Frank is crushed. "What?" "But she writes to me." Scarlett touches his arm. "I'm so sorry, Frank. You deserve better. You deserve a woman who appreciates you." Long story short, Scarlett steals her sister's fiancé. She marries him 2 weeks later. She uses his money to pay the taxes on Tara. When she goes back home, Sulan screams, "You stole my husband." Scarlett counts the money and says, "And because I did, you still have a roof over your head." "You're welcome." Scarlett becomes a businesswoman, and not a nice one. She takes over Frank's sawmill. She realizes paying workers is expensive, so what does she do? She hires convicts, prisoners. She works them to the bone to maximize profits. The whole town of Atlanta hates her. That woman is a monster. She does business with Yankees. She uses slave labor. Scarlett doesn't care. She is making money. She is safe. But karma is real. One day, driving alone through a dangerous part of town because she's too cheap to hire a driver, she gets attacked. 2 men try to rob her. Luckily, Big Sam, her former foreman, saves her. She goes home, dress torn, shaking. That night, the men of the town, Frank, Ashley, and the rest, decide to take justice into their own hands. They go on a raid to avenge her honor. This is historically dark, referencing the KKK era, which the book glosses over, but the context is violent. The men leave. Scarlett and Melanie wait. Hours later, the door opens. Rhett Butler walks in, supporting a bleeding Ashley Wilkes. Scarlett runs to Ashley. "Oh my God. Ashley, are you okay? Where's Frank?" Rhett looks at her cold. "Ashley is fine, but your husband, Frank, he's dead. Shot in the head defending you." Scarlett stands there. Her second husband is dead because of her. Does she grieve? Not really. She feels guilty, sure. But mostly, she feels scared. At the funeral, she is drinking brandy to calm her nerves, another big taboo. Rhett walks in. "Don't worry, Scarlett. I know you're not sad." He walks up to her. "Scarlett, you and I are the same. We are both bad people. We are selfish. We are survivors. Stop pretending. Marry me." "Marry you?" "I'm in mourning. I have money, Scarlett. More money than you can count. I will build you a mansion. I will buy you the world." The word money does the trick. Scarlett says yes. And thus begins the final act. The marriage of the tiger and the shark. Will they be happy? Or will Scarlett's obsession with Ashley destroy the only real love she ever had? Let's find out in the finale. Scarlett and Rhett get married. They move into a massive mansion in Atlanta. Crystal chandeliers, Persian rugs, silk dresses. Scarlett has achieved the American dream. She's filthy rich, but the old guard of Atlanta society shuns them. They are new money. They are tacky. Rhett laughs it off. "Let them hate us, my dear. We eat steak while they eat beans, but Scarlett wants to be liked, and more importantly, she still wants Ashley. She keeps helping Ashley, giving him jobs, keeping him close." Rhett watches this. He sees his wife melting every time she looks at this weak, useless man, and it kills him. He starts drinking. He starts gambling. He becomes cold. But then, a miracle. They have a daughter, Bonnie Blue Butler. She has Rhett's blue eyes and Scarlett's temper. Rhett transforms. The cynical smuggler becomes a devoted father. He worships the ground Bonnie walks on. He tries to be a good man just for her. Bonnie is the glue holding this disastrous marriage together, but the toxicity is too high. One night, Rhett comes home drunk. They fight. He tells her, "You don't love anyone but yourself, and this Ashley obsession? It's a fantasy." Scarlett screams, runs up the stairs. Rhett throws a glass. She slips. She falls down the grand staircase. She miscarries their second child. She almost dies. Rhett is devastated. He tries to apologize, but Scarlett builds a wall of ice. No more Rhett. They become strangers living in the same house. Then the tragedy that breaks the camel's back. Bonnie, now 4 years old, loves to ride her pony. One sunny afternoon, she tells her dad, "Watch me jump this fence, Daddy." Rhett smiles. "Go ahead, princess." The pony runs. It balks at the jump. Bonnie is thrown off. Snap. Her neck breaks. She dies instantly. Rhett loses his mind. He locks himself in the room with her body for days. He refuses to let them bury her. She's afraid of the dark. "I can't put her in the ground." It takes Melanie, the gentle soul, to talk him down. After Bonnie dies, Rhett is a hollow shell. He stops drinking. He stops fighting. He just stops caring. Then, the final blow. Melanie collapses. She's dying. On her deathbed, she tells Scarlett, "Look after Ashley. And look after Rhett. He loves you so much." Melanie dies. The only person who truly loves Scarlett unconditionally is gone. Scarlett walks out and sees Ashley. He's on the floor, weeping, helpless. He looks like a lost child. Suddenly, the spell breaks. Scarlett looks at him and sees the truth. He is weak. He is useless. I loved a costume. I loved a fantasy. She realizes that while she was chasing a ghost, she threw away a real man. She realizes she loves Rhett. She runs home through the fog. Rhett, Rhett. She bursts into the house. Rhett is standing there, suitcases packed. He looks calm, dangerously calm. Rhett, I realize the truth. I don't love Ashley. I love you. Rhett looks at her with dead eyes. He lights a cigar. It's too late, Scarlett. My love for you is like a fire, and you put it out day by day with your selfishness. When Bonnie died, the last spark went out. No, please. I will change. No, you won't. You're a survivor, Scarlett. You'll be fine. He picks up his bag and opens the door to the misty night. Scarlett cries out, desperate. Rhett? If you go, where shall I go? What shall I do? Rhett stops. He turns halfway. He delivers the line that defines cinema. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. He walks out. The door shuts. Scarlett collapses on the stairs. She has lost everything. Her husband, her daughter, her friend, her illusion. But this is Scarlett O'Hara. She lifts her tear-stained face. Her green eyes spark with that old determination. She hears her father's voice. Land is the only thing that lasts. She looks at the camera. I won't think about that now. I'll go crazy if I do. I'll go home to Tara. I'll think of some way to get him back, after all. Tomorrow is another day. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Gone with the Wind. It's not a romance. It's a story about a woman who refused to break, even when the whole world was burning around her. You might hate her, but you have to respect the hustle. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button. I'm Khaled, and I'll see you in the next story. Peace.